I'm about to share something most women my age don't talk about, but desperately need to hear. Recurring urinary tract infections aren't just bad luck or inevitable aging. It sounds frustrating, doesn't it? We accept them as part of getting older. But I'm 74 years old, living in Clearwater, Florida. And 6 months ago, my urologist told me something that changed everything. 7 specific habits I'd practiced my entire life were causing the constant UTIs I'd been suffering from. This isn't about embarrassment. This is about bladder health, immune function, quality of life, and stopping the cycle of infections and antibiotics. Today, I'm going to share the 7 habits my doctor explained were causing my infections, why they matter, and what changed when I finally corrected them. If you're over 60 and getting frequent UTIs without understanding why, you need to hear this. Let me tell you my story. My name is Eleanor Hayes. Everyone calls me Ellie. I'm 74 years old, and I live in Clearwater, Florida, specifically in the Island Estates neighborhood near the Causeway. I've lived here for 18 years. My husband Richard and I moved from Connecticut when he retired from his 40-year career as an accountant. We loved Clearwater, the gorgeous beaches, the clear blue Gulf waters, Pier 60 with its nightly sunset celebrations, great restaurants along Cleveland Street, the Tampa Riverwalk. We bought a 2-bedroom condo with a view of the Intracoastal Waterway. Richard and I had wonderful years here, morning walks on Sand Key Beach, afternoons at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, dinners at Frenchie's Rockaway Grill or Island Way Grill, weekend trips to Tarpon Springs or Dunedin. Richard died 18 months ago from a sudden heart attack. Losing him was devastating, but living alone forced me to pay more attention to my health in ways I'd ignored when he was alive. And that's when I started noticing a pattern I'd been dismissing for years: recurring urinary tract infections. At 74, I figured it was just normal aging. Women get more UTIs as they get older. It's just part of life. Every woman my age deals with this occasionally, right? But it wasn't occasional for me. Over the past 3 years, I'd had 12 diagnosed UTIs. That's 4 per year, 1 every 3 months. Each time, I'd get the familiar burning sensation when urinating, urgent need to go constantly, cloudy or bloody urine, pelvic pain. I'd call my doctor, get prescribed antibiotics, usually ciprofloxacin or nitrofurantoin, take them for 5 to 7 days, feel better, and think it was over. Then 3 months later, it would happen again. The cycle was exhausting and concerning. 6 months ago, after yet another UTI, I made an appointment with my urologist, Dr. Lisa Martinez, at Baycare Medical Group on McMullen Booth Road. During the examination, instead of just prescribing antibiotics like my primary care doctor usually did, Dr. Martinez asked detailed questions about my daily habits. How much water did I drink? What was my bathroom routine? Did I use feminine hygiene products? How did I clean myself after using the bathroom? What underwear did I wear? Did I take baths or showers? What soaps did I use? Was I sexually active? I answered honestly, not seeing how any of this connected to infections. Then Dr. Martinez said something that surprised me. Eleanor, I'm going to explain something important. The recurring UTIs you're experiencing aren't bad luck or just aging. Based on what you've told me, you're practicing 7 specific habits that are directly causing these infections. If we correct these habits, we can likely stop this cycle completely without constant antibiotics. I was shocked but hopeful. Dr. Martinez spent 45 minutes explaining each habit, the medical reasons why it caused infections, and what I needed to change. By the end of that conversation, I was convinced. I went home and started implementing every change immediately. 6 months later, the difference is remarkable. I haven't had a single UTI since. Let me share the 7 habits Dr. Martinez explained. Habit 1. Not drinking enough water. Throughout the day. The first habit Dr. Martinez addressed was inadequate water intake. She said, "Eleanor, how much water do you drink daily?" I thought about it. Maybe 3 or 4 glasses? Sometimes less if I'm busy or not thirsty. She nodded. That's a major problem. Your body needs at least 8 8-ounce glasses daily, 64 ounces minimum. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes concentrated. Concentrated urine irritates the bladder lining, and it doesn't flush bacteria out effectively. You're creating the perfect environment for bacteria to grow and cause infection. She explained that adequate hydration dilutes urine, reduces irritation, and creates frequent urination that physically flushes bacteria out before they can establish infection. Think of your urinary tract like a river, she said. A fast-flowing river stays clean because nothing stagnates. A slow stream gets stagnant and bacteria multiply. Your urinary tract is the same. Research strongly supports this. A 2018 study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that women who increased water intake by 1.5 liters daily had significantly fewer UTIs, nearly 50% reduction, compared to women who didn't increase intake. I realized I'd been chronically dehydrated for years, thinking I didn't need much water because I wasn't thirsty. After Dr. Martinez's advice, I bought a 32-ounce Hydro Flask water bottle at Target on US 19. I fill it twice daily and make sure I drink it all. Within 2 weeks, I noticed my urine was much clearer and I was urinating more frequently. Every 2-3 hours instead of every 4 or 5 hours. That frequent flushing is exactly what prevents bacteria from establishing infection. Habit 2. Wiping back to front after using the bathroom. The second habit was improper wiping technique. Dr. Martinez asked directly, "Eleanor, when you wipe after urinating or a bowel movement, which direction do you wipe?" I said, "I don't really pay attention. Sometimes front to back, sometimes back to front." She shook her head seriously. "That's a critical mistake. You must always wipe front to back, never back to front. When you wipe back to front, you're dragging bacteria from your anal area, where E. coli naturally lives, directly toward your urethra. E. coli causes 80-90% of UTIs in women. You're literally introducing infection-causing bacteria into your urinary tract every time you use the bathroom incorrectly." She explained that the female urethra is very short, only about 1.5 inches, and located very close to the anus. This proximity is why women get UTIs so much more frequently than men. But if you're consistently wiping back to front, you're making that problem exponentially worse. This was a revelation to me. I'd never been explicitly taught proper wiping technique as a young woman, and I'd developed careless habits over 74 years. Dr. Martinez emphasized, every single time you use the bathroom, every single time, wipe front to back. Start at your urethra and vulva. Wipe toward your anus, never the reverse. Use a fresh section of toilet paper for each wipe. I implemented this immediately and have been religious about it for 6 months. It felt awkward for the first week, breaking a 74-year habit, but now it's automatic. Combined with the other changes, this has been crucial to staying infection-free. Habit 3. Holding urine for too long instead of going when needed. The third habit was delaying urination. Dr. Martinez asked, "When you feel the urge to urinate, do you go immediately or do you wait?" I admitted, I usually wait. If I'm watching TV or out shopping or in the middle of something, I'll hold it until I'm finished, sometimes for an hour or 2. She sighed. That's another major problem. When you hold urine, you're allowing bacteria to sit in your bladder, multiplying instead of being flushed out. The longer urine sits, the more concentrated it becomes, and the more bacteria can grow. She explained that women should urinate every 2 to 3 hours during waking hours, even if the urge isn't urgent. Don't wait until you're desperate. When you feel the first urge, go within 10-15 minutes. This regular flushing is one of your body's primary defenses against UTI. Research published in 2019 found that women who voided infrequently, fewer than 4 times daily, had significantly higher UTI rates than women who voided 6 to 8 times daily. I'd been voiding maybe 4 to 5 times daily, holding it for convenience. Now I go 6 to 8 times daily, never holding it more than 20 minutes past the first urge. This regular flushing, combined with high water intake, creates a constant flow that prevents bacterial establishment. Habit 4. Using scented feminine hygiene products and harsh soaps. The fourth habit was using irritating hygiene products. Dr. Martinez asked about my cleaning routine. I explained I used Summer's Eve feminine wash daily, along with scented soap and occasionally feminine wipes. She stopped me. Eleanor, all of those products are causing problems. The chemicals, fragrances, and harsh ingredients in feminine washes, scented soaps, and wipes disrupt your vaginal pH balance and kill beneficial bacteria that normally protect against infection. They also irritate the delicate tissue of your urethra and vulva, creating inflammation that makes infection more likely. She emphasized, "Your vagina is self-cleaning. It doesn't need special products. For external cleaning, all you need is warm water. That's it. If you must use soap, use only plain, unscented mild soap, like Dove Sensitive, on the external vulva only, never inside. No douches, no feminine washes, no scented products, no wipes with chemicals." Research supports this strongly. A 2018 study found that women who used vaginal douches, feminine sprays, or scented products had significantly higher rates of bacterial vaginosis and UTIs compared to women who used only water or plain soap. I stopped using all scented products immediately. I threw out my Summer's Eve wash, my scented body wash, and my feminine wipes. Now, I clean externally with warm water only, occasionally using unscented Dove Sensitive bar soap. Within 2 weeks, I noticed less irritation. My natural pH balance restored itself, beneficial bacteria returned, and my body's natural defenses improved. Habit 5. Wearing tight synthetic underwear that traps moisture. The fifth habit was inappropriate underwear choices. Dr. Martinez asked, "What kind of underwear do you wear?" I said, "Usually, whatever's comfortable, mostly nylon or polyester briefs or bikini style." She shook her head. "That's contributing to your problem. Synthetic fabrics like nylon and polyester don't breathe. They trap heat and moisture against your vulva and urethra, creating a warm, moist environment where bacteria thrive. Additionally, tight styles create friction that can irritate your urethra." She explained further that many women don't realize how significant underwear choice is for preventing infections. The genital area naturally produces some moisture throughout the day. When you wear synthetic fabrics, that moisture has nowhere to go. It sits against your skin for hours, creating the perfect bacterial breeding ground. In Florida's heat and humidity, this problem is even worse. You're essentially creating a warm, wet incubator for E. coli and other bacteria right against your urethral opening. She recommended, wear 100% cotton underwear exclusively. Cotton breathes, wicks moisture away, and keeps the area dry. Choose styles that aren't too tight, brief or hipster styles, rather than bikini or thong. Change your underwear daily, more often if you exercise or sweat. At night, consider sleeping without underwear to allow maximum airflow. She also advised avoiding underwear with decorative elements like lace trim or Elastic bands that sit directly against the urethra, as these can create additional irritation points. Studies show that women who wear cotton underwear have lower rates of yeast infections and UTIs compared to women who wear synthetic fabrics. The moisture wicking and breathability of cotton create an environment hostile to bacterial overgrowth. A 2017 study specifically found that women who switched from synthetic to cotton underwear saw a 40% reduction in recurrent vaginal infections within 3 months. I bought a dozen pairs of 100% cotton Hanes briefs from Walmart on Gulf to Bay Boulevard and donated all my synthetic underwear to Goodwill. I also bought several extra pairs to keep in my gym bag and car for emergencies. I sleep without underwear now, which felt strange at first, but quickly became comfortable. Within 3 weeks, I noticed I felt noticeably drier and more comfortable throughout the day. The chronic mild dampness I'd accepted as normal for years completely disappeared. I also noticed less irritation and itching that I'd attributed to other causes. Habit 6. Taking baths instead of showers and using hot tubs. The 6th habit was bathing choices. Dr. Martinez asked, "Do you take baths or showers?" I said, "Mostly baths. I love soaking in a hot bath with bath salts or bubble bath. It's my relaxation ritual after a long day." She grimaced. "That needs to stop immediately. When you sit in bath water, you're sitting in water contaminated with bacteria from your own body, including bacteria from your anal area. That bacteria-laden water has direct access to your urethra for the entire duration of your bath. Bath products make it worse by adding irritating chemicals." She explained the science behind why baths are problematic. When you bathe, you're essentially marinating in your own bacterial soup for 30 to 45 minutes. Any bacteria present on your skin, especially from the anal area, disperses throughout the bath water. Your urethra is constantly exposed to this contaminated water. The warm temperature of the bath water also encourages bacterial multiplication. Bath salts, bubble baths, and bath bombs contain fragrances, dyes, and chemicals that further irritate the already delicate urethral tissue, making infection even more likely. She explained that showers are vastly superior because water flows over you and drains away immediately, rather than collecting around your urethral opening. If you absolutely must bathe occasionally, keep it very short, under 10 minutes maximum. Use no bath products whatsoever, and rinse thoroughly with clean shower water afterward. But honestly, just shower. Hot tubs are even worse. The warm water is a bacterial breeding ground, and multiple people's bacteria are in that water. The jets can actually force bacteria up into your urethra. Research shows women who bathe frequently have higher UTI rates than women who shower. A 2016 study found that women who bathed more than twice weekly had 3 times the UTI rate of women who primarily showered. I'd been taking baths 4 or 5 times weekly, soaking for 30-45 minutes with various bath products from Bath & Body Works. I stopped completely and haven't taken a single bath in 6 months. For 6 months now, I only shower, keeping them relatively brief and using lukewarm rather than hot water. I genuinely miss my baths. They were my favorite way to unwind, but staying infection-free is absolutely worth giving them up. Habit 7. Not urinating immediately after sexual activity. The 7th habit was post-sex hygiene. Dr. Martinez asked sensitively, "Eleanor, are you sexually active?" I felt embarrassed at 74, but answered honestly. "Occasionally, yes. I've been dating someone for a few months." She nodded professionally without any judgment. "Then this is absolutely crucial. You must urinate within 15 minutes after any sexual activity. Intercourse, oral contact, anything involving the genital area. sexual activity mechanically pushes bacteria toward and into your urethra. Urinating immediately afterward flushes those bacteria out before infection can establish. She explained, "This is one of the most effective UTI prevention strategies for sexually active women of any age." After intimacy, get up and urinate, even if you don't feel the urge. Drink a full glass of water 30 minutes before sexual activity if needed, to ensure you'll be able to urinate afterward. This isn't romantic, but it's medically essential. She also mentioned that this applies regardless of the type of sexual activity. Any genital contact can introduce bacteria. Multiple studies confirm this overwhelmingly. Research shows women who urinate within 15 minutes post-sex have dramatically lower UTI rates. Some studies show up to 80% reduction than women who don't. A landmark 2019 study found this single habit was more protective than any other single intervention. I'd never been told this by any doctor in my entire 74 years, which shocked me. Sometimes after intimacy with my boyfriend, I'd simply roll over and go to sleep without urinating for hours, maybe the entire night. No wonder I kept getting infections. I was literally giving bacteria hours to establish themselves. Now, without fail, I urinate immediately after any sexual contact. I keep a large water bottle on my nightstand, specifically to ensure I can urinate if needed. I explained to my boyfriend why I need to do this, and he's been completely understanding and supportive. He actually said he wishes he'd known this information for previous partners who struggled with UTIs. This habit change has been one of the most important of all 7. The results. 6 months later. It's been 6 months since I implemented all 7 habit changes. The transformation has been remarkable. I haven't had a single UTI, not one. After 3 years of infections every 3 months, 12 infections total, I'm now 6 months infection-free. I haven't taken antibiotics once. My quality of life has improved dramatically. No more burning pain, no more urgent bathroom runs, no more blood in my urine, no more worry. My daughter Emily in Atlanta noticed during our weekly phone call. She said, "Mom, you sound so much happier lately. What's different?" When I explained everything, she was amazed that simple habit changes could make such a difference. My message to you: if you're a woman over 60 experiencing recurring UTIs, please talk to your urologist or gynecologist about these 7 habits. Adequate water intake, proper wiping technique, timely urination, avoiding irritating products, wearing cotton underwear, showering instead of bathing, and post-sex urination. For most women, correcting these habits will dramatically reduce or eliminate UTIs. This isn't about aging being inevitable. It's about habits we can control. I'm 6 months UTI-free after 3 years of constant infections. I haven't taken antibiotics. My quality of life is transformed. No burning, no pain, no constant worry about the next infection. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment sharing your experience. Have you had recurring UTIs? Have you tried these changes? And please hit that subscribe button for more honest conversations about women's health, aging, and practical solutions that actually work. At 74, I finally learned how to stop the cycle. I hope my story helps you sooner and spares you years of unnecessary suffering like I experienced.